When we construct a confidence interval to estimate an unknown population value, such as a population mean or a population proportion, there are two major parts to that confidence interval. One is the statistic, which is also referred to quite often as the point estimate, and the other is the margin of error, which is the amount that is added and subtracted from that point estimate in order to determine the endpoints of the interval. This particular question is about the margin of error. If we want our margin of error to be 1/7 the size of what it originally was, we're going to need to take a bigger sample. The reason is because a part of the margin of error is the standard deviation. If we're looking at constructing an interval to estimate the population mean, then the standard deviation is the sigma over square root n, or possibly s over square root n. If we're looking to construct a confidence interval for a population proportion, then the standard deviation is the square root of the population sample proportion times 1 minus that sample proportion over n. Regardless of which confidence interval we are constructing, we notice that we are always dividing by the square root of n. So if we want our interval to be 7 times smaller, which is the same as saying 1/7 the size of what it originally was, we're going to need to take a sample that's not 7 times bigger, because then we would be dividing by a number that is square root of the 7, that is square root of the 7 times what we originally divided by. We're going to need to divide by something that is square root of 49, because the square root of 49 is 7. Therefore, we're going to need to take a sample that is 49 times greater in order for our margin of error to be 7 times smaller.